have a really big problem. My room is nowhere near as cozy and vampy as I wanted. As I need it to be. So I'm starting a new series where I give my room a makeover one wall at a time. And we, stop trying to escape, it's getting annoying. Don't make me restrain you. We're gonna be starting with this wall right here. I realized that it kind of is already, but this is gonna be a full wardrobe wall with ornate but easy hand-painted wallpaper, and of course, business as usual, we're gonna do a bunch of fun DIYs. Who do you think I am? Now, as you can probably tell, I've already rearranged all of my furniture. Unless you're new here, like and subscribe. But fret not, my darling. Why am I so theatrical in this video? I don't know. Don't worry, girly pup, I filmed it for you. Happy New Year's. It's definitely not New Year's when I'm making this video. Also, I do have the flu, but I'm bored, so we're doing this. I do think this current layout makes the most sense. But girl, my schizophrenia does not like it. It's way too open, so when I lay in my bed to sleep, there are way too many places my little monster friends can hide. I have a guy over here, and here, and here, and here, and down here. So my sleep has been pretty much dookie for like a year. I know my delusions are not real, but the fear that they ensue, sure, it's very real. Okay, so yeah, I tried to make this work. I really did, but it's time to move some shit around. I know it's still very messy, but I'm getting a little bit cranky. The major thing that's better about this setup though is the amount of floor space I have. Now I don't have to take up the entire living room when I do like anything. But for right now, I'm guessing future me is very excited to not sleep under this clothes rack anymore. So back to me. I've slept like a goddamn rock ever since I moved my room around. So we can confidently move forward with this makeover and get started on the first wall. But first, bloop. Oh, it felt really good. I actually have to go to bed in 1 hour, so we'll see how far we make it. I don't know where to start. Guess what the first step is? The first step should definitely be cleaning the wall, but that's not happening. I just found the cheapest wallpaper I could find because I wanted to paint my own pattern. So this is a peel and stick wallpaper. Okay, I've never done this before. We're just gonna fucking ball, I guess. Okay, time to look up a tutorial. I'm so funny. Oh, how's it looking back there? Okay, are you sweating too, or is it just me? I don't know if I should fix it. I really don't want to. Oh, you can just see my ass. Okay, sorry about that. Or you're welcome. Okay. That looks kind of straight. It's at least bisexual. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to bed. Jesus Christ. On a mother freaking bike, you guys. See you tomorrow. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming with a special announcement. Do you have any questions for this spunky broad? Well, now you have the opportunity to ask in the all-new, all-true Q&A. Hey, under my umbrella, Ella. Hello. My arms hurt so bad. I was sick of looking at me doing wallpaper yet. Don't worry, we're doing something very fun very soon. Oh my god, the outlet, right. That could have gone way worse. Just don't look at this right here. Don't worry about it. I have a little spider friend that lives up there and now I have to move him. I'm not sure if he's dead or sleeping because it's winter. I will find out when I wake him up. Wake me up. Oh my god! I'm allergic to Pepsi. Just kidding. I wouldn't care to live if I believed that. Let me show you. He's been up there for like, I don't know, like 5 months maybe. Hello! I mean, he could definitely be dead. But I choose to believe that he's just sleeping. And if you're asking me why I don't dust this corner, well, somebody's living there, so that would be very rude. Okay, buddy. Oh. Yeah, that's super dead. What is happening? Should I wait with this corner? Because it's going to be covered with I almost feel what's wrong with me today? Okay, it's gonna be covered with a curtain. But what if I ever want to remove that curtain? That would just be silly. Fine. Why do I keep almost falling? What's wrong with me? Oh, seriously. I'm so sorry. Not sorry enough to edit it out, apparently. God. Okay. My arms hurt so bad. Oh my god. Just a wee crack in the corner. Oh. It's like 5 centimeters too short. And they're up there. But I got this so straight. There's no way in heaven or hell or anything in between that I am redoing this. In the arms. Time for the fun part. I've already taped off all my edges and I have put down protection on the floor because we're gonna get messy. I only put stuff on the frame and not on the actual door, but it's kind of in the splash zone, so I should probably cover it with something. That's better. Let's paint! For this DIY, you're definitely gonna have to trust the process a little bit. It's gonna look like somebody died a very violent death in here until I do the pattern, so just keep that in mind moving forward. We're gonna be starting with the background. I'm using this CC hobby paint that I already had. They did send me something we're using later in this video, but these particular paints I've had for like, I don't know, 8 years, and they're awesome. So my main color is a mix of dark brown, black, and magenta, which is very brown, but like the color of the wallpaper is also gonna peek through. Everything in this room should be at least a little bit brown anyways. I want it to look old and dusty. We're also doing a color that's a little bit darker for the shadows, and then one that's a little bit lighter for the highlights. So onto the actual painting, which is very easy, I promise you. I just picked up my main color and I literally just like slapped it on there, very, very messy. I did the darker color in the corner, just kind of like alternating the colors every so often to create texture on the wall. This is gonna look sick. Also, I had no music on during this, like no TV show, no nothing, like a damn psycho just raw dogging it. I am schizophrenic, but anyways. My inspiration for this whole room makeover is like American Girl rooms. Think like Aria Montgomery or Maxine from Ginny and Georgia, or like Villa Swan's bedroom. They're all just like so moody and colorful, and there's always something on the walls. Danish rooms are very plain, like white, and they have very clean lines. You know, when people say Scandinavian design, yeah, we actually, everyone has their house like that over here. And it is not for me, princess. At this point, I thought it was looking a little boring, but I added some more water into my paint, and then I did some drips for some extra texture on the wall. You know, they say the color of your wall should reflect how you feel on the inside. I mean, so far it looks like a crazy axe murderer went ham in here. But then we add flowers. And if that ain't the perfect analogy, I don't know what is. We will be doing 2 branches. One of them is gonna like kind of go across the door, and then the second one I'm just gonna take all the way down to the floor basically. And again, it's like a pretty ornate pattern, and I think it looks kind of hard, but I promise you it's not. In my inspo pic, the flowers look very, or branches I guess, I don't know. They look very gray, but I wanted more like matchy. So I mixed the gray and then I added my background color to make the tones match. The mapping is kind of confusing. So actually it only has to make sense to me for me to do it. Just do whatever feels good to you, girl. I started out with my lightest background color, which is gonna act kind of like a shadow for the branches. The pattern I'm doing is very simple and quick to do. This is literally me doing it in real time. Yep. Very simple. You literally just like squish the brush and then flick it out into a teardrop shape, like 4 to 6 strokes for each leaf. And then I just went absolutely ham on that wall. What really makes it look good though is doing, you know, the multiple layers. Oh, it already looks so good. Oh. So since we're now on like the foreground part of it, I'm gonna do little stringy branches. I added like so many leaves, like a shit ton. The more the better. But you want a little bit of background to peek through every once in a while, just like in some places for dimension. As you go, you just really gotta think of how like an actual tree looks. They have little clumps of leaves in different sizes. perfumes in here are really intense. This is probably my favorite thing that I've ever done because I've always wanted to do this, but I was like scared for some dumb reason. For the first time, I'm actually like extremely happy and I feel so at home and I'm doing exactly what I want to my room. Also, like, I don't have parents now that can tell me, well, oh my god, I don't live with my parents, so now I can just do whatever I want despite my rental agreement. But this is renter friendly. Oh, I literally feel so at home. I'm like getting emotional. We need to move on to the next DIY. I need to make both very long shelves that can go all the way above my door. And then I'm also making cabinet doors for my clothing little cabinets. It's the weekend, I'm tired, I can't speak, okay? I bought this big ass, like, mother trucking huge. I just learned where motherfucker comes from. I will not be using that word anymore. Look it up, it's disgusting. I have borrowed a very big van, okay? So now I can finally go to Bauhaus. Purr, kitty, purr! Down, girl. Oh, I guess somebody was running out of blinker fluid. I am kind of nervous to go through the drive-through wood pickup thingy, so I'm gonna go in the store first. And that's on being socially anxious about holding up a line.
Later.
I really need to do something about these shelves, and the reason why I need to do the shelves first, this was the least inconvenient place I could put the wood. It's so freaking long, dude. That's what somebody said that, I don't know. I've already stubbed my toes thrice. Thrice! So let's make some shelves. I measured the length of my wall and I'm just leaving a little room for curtains on each side. And then I got to cutting. There's really not much to it. I actually just got this electric sander for Christmas. Thank you, Dad. So I sanded the corners and then it was time to stain. Let me tell you, this stuff gets everywhere. At least if you're using a water-based one like I did. So just cover up, please. Or, you know, let it hang, girl. I'm not the boss of you or your porch. Your garden, your choice. What? Just fully saturate that bad boy, really get in there. Doing 2 at a time was just plain stupid. Just stain 1 at a time like a normal fucking person. They're definitely drying a little bit splotchy. But I think it's because, call me crazy. Actually, don't call me crazy, call me lazy. I didn't want to sand the wood before I did it. Honestly, I couldn't give less of a... I think once they're fully dry, they're gonna look perfect and I'm just gonna smack them on my wall. Mama. Guess I'm just gonna have to do it without asking. First of all, bitch. I don't know what that came from. First of all, of course we'll have to measure how big the cabinet door should be, as well as how much trim we're gonna need for all of the corners. And then it's time to get our big ass piece of plywood. I bought the skinniest one I could find, which was 9mm. I measured 2 big squares the size of the fronts of my cabinets, and then I went outside to cut those with my round saw. Very gracefully and safety minded. Yes. It's fine. I'm okay. Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive. I literally just cut those bad boys in half so I'd have 2 cabinet doors for each cabinet. I also gave them a little sand both on the corners and on the faces of the cabinets so they take the stain nicely. And then I had to cut my corner trim pieces. I highly recommend getting one of those guide cutter thingies since we're gonna be cutting like a million 45-degree angles. I just cut the very end of my wood ouchie into 45-degree angle, and then I measured my next point. Since I'm making for these bad boys, I need to cut 8 of the shorter pieces and 8 of the long pieces, and then we can start to see how the cabinet door is gonna look with the trim. So it's time to assemble. I used wood glue, nails, a hammer, and a screwdriver. So just slap some wood glue on your piece and then put a nail in each corner, and then use your screwdriver to hammer the nail nail even further into the wood so we can hide it later. For the longer pieces, I also did a nail in the middle to make sure it was fully secure. And yeah, you just gotta do that a couple of times and then you have a freaking cabinet door. So now I really just need to fill all these holes with the polyfill and also all of the crooked lines on the corners. And then I can finally stain them. I bought this varnish. I got semi-glossy because I wanted to look like real furniture. Like I want the wood to look alive and not dull and boring and ugly. So my doors are like basically finished. Not basically. The base of my doors is finished. So I'm gonna varnish those so the wood looks full and not hungry. What am I even saying right now? It makes sense when you see it, I think. The before and after here is actually insane. Look how much more like rich and like old that looks instead of this. It's dull. And then I'm gonna sand and stain my cabinets, and then of course I'm also gonna varnish those. And now I'm so excited. We can paint flowers onto the cabinet doors. So I saw this picture and I was gagged. I was literally gagging because of how beautiful it is. And I really wanted to make it for my room, but I do not have the room, darling. So instead I'm gonna paint the flowers from that I don't know what they're called. Anyways, I'm gonna paint those flowers on my cabinet doors. Once again, it's one of those things that look really intricate and hard, but if you break it down, it's actually pretty easy. I'm just painting a white, or I should say beige, because I had a lot of beige, so I'm using beige, okay? I'm drawing a beige outline first, so when I paint my actual colors, they're really gonna pop, you know? And also, it's just like, it's just easier to have your shape down before you go in with your colors, because then you don't have to make decisions about like I don't know where everything is gonna go while you're also deciding on colors and stuff. It's just better. One of the really nice things about these acrylic paints is that they're quick drying. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but they are. So now that I've finished this, I can already start on the first one I did again. And first up, I'm gonna do the leaves and the stems of the flowers. The key to doing something like this is that you always gotta think in layers. So if you look at our drawing, like what is the paint that is the way in the back? Do you know what I'm saying? So you can see in this picture there are 3 different greens. There is a really dark green one that is way in the back, and then on top of that there's a medium green color, and then on top of that there's a really light green color that is like the highlight, and then the flowers are the very top layer, so we're not gonna worry about those right now. We're just gonna focus on the stems and the leaves. Yeah! I mixed all of my colors to be like stale looking. I want it to look old and dusty, like you found this piece of furniture in your grandma's attic. In this case, it actually is my grandma's furniture. Can I get a rest in peace for my grandma in the chat? Oh my god, no. For my base, I started out by painting all of my stems and leaves my darkest green. And then after that, I went in with my medium shade. I worked in sections so I could kind of blend the highlight color into the medium color as I went along, because as we've discussed, this paint is quick drying. And if you don't understand like how shadows work, Lord knows I don't. It really helps to have a reference picture like I did. Literally just search painted flowers on Pinterest and a million billion things will pop up. And even better, if you've trained your algorithm, the flowers you get probably fit your aesthetic. See what I'm saying? It's like actually super easy. So now I'm just gonna use the exact same technique on the petals, except of course I'm gonna mix a different color, and I still have this from when I painted the walls. So I think I'm gonna like, I'm not gonna do the exact same color for the flowers, but I think I'm gonna just like at least match the tone a little bit. I'm gonna make like a simpler version of this because I can't be bothered. As long as you get the sense that they're flowers when you take a step back, I'm happy about what they look like. So y'all already know I'm just doing the same technique. I'm working in layers and returning back once dry to add the like outer petals. I would go more into detail, but like I feel like I'm over explaining. You can literally see what I'm doing. Like bruh, it's so easy, it's so beautiful. I sound so full of myself, but like look at them. Then we just need to put on the pretty metal corners I bought and attach the doors to the cabinets. I fucking ate the house down. I'm so sorry, but like sometimes it's okay to eat your own ass. No, that's not what I meant. I don't think it would be literally impossible, princess. Moving on today's episode of I saw something on Pinterest that I need to recreate immediately. I saw these things and I was like, I was gagged. I don't know. So I went to the fabric store, but I couldn't really decide if I wanted a pattern or just like a plain like beigey canvasy fabric. So I ended up buying both. So I think I'm gonna do one of each, and then they're like a little mix matchy set thing. Then for the bases, they are actually candle holders. So I have this brass candle holder that is currently holding a candle and some bracelets. Guess I'll find another place for those. And then I went thrifting with my dad, and he bought me this suitcase. And he also bought me this, as well as a bunch of other stuff that you're gonna see in the final reveal when I do like the decorating things. I got so many pretty things. Everybody say thank you, Dad, in the comments. Finn for the win. Ooh! Ooh! Oh! You know some cursed shit is about to happen when I pull out the hallway mirror. Okay, I think I have an idea. I have a box of clothespins, fabric scissors, marker. I'm stressed. Oh, please, have mercy. Stop playing around. Oh my god, this is serious. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, my nose is the pointiest part of my face, so like around here. Actually, it only has to make sense to me for me to do it, so shut up. Sorry. I'm gonna go top of my head and then a little bit over for seam allowance here. Like boob area. Because I need to wrap it under to attach it to the candle holder, I think. This is such a good tutorial. Okay, let's go to the floor. I mean, as long as it kind of looks like a face, I will be happy. Fuck. Oh my god. Get out of here. I'm just gonna go to the middle and then pin. Maybe I could also just like lay down on a piece of paper and draw my side profile. No, that would just be silly. Hello? This is so dumb. I'm gonna put a line up the middle and I'm just gonna do the one side. I'm gonna pinch at the top middle of my head and just do like a little line so I know where it is. Yeah! No, yeah, totally. Okay, so I'm honestly just gonna use my markings for like a general size of what I'm making, and then I think I'm just gonna kind of visualize what I want and then somehow draw it on the thing. And then at the top I was thinking I should do like a kind of a beanie pattern, because if you look at the top of a beanie it's always like collected by like 3 or 4 pieces, so I'm just gonna, you know, draw it in 4 pieces and see what happens. That went above like all my expectations. I only had to adjust the nose a little bit. I haven't pinned up the bottom yet, but I think it will be fine. So I'm just gonna unpin this and redo it 2 more times. One on the same fabric as this, so I have one without the blue marks, and then once on the other fabric with the pretty little flowers on it, and then we just gotta assemble. This is so easy. I'm giggling because I thought this would take me like 5 hours. Imagine like I did that mural in 5 hours and I thought this would also take me 5 hours. I don't know. I'm a little bit silly sometimes. But then after we sewn all our pieces together, it's time to stuff it with some sort of filling. So I mean, whatever you have laying around will work. Like for example, an old sofa cushion. This pillow is actually older than me. I took it from my dad's couch. He was done using it. It's fine. I've always wanted to do that. Okay, I'm so excited about this. Of course, you remember to leave a hole at the bottom, right? Good girl. So now we just turn our thing inside out. And girl, just go crazy with the stuffing. Okay, before, and after. I love the little nose. Oh my god, this is so cute. The forehead is a little crazy. I wish this was more round. Actually, do I? I feel like it's giving it kind of like a vintage look, that it's not perfectly shaped, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna grab this candle holder and just like stuff it in the hole. Then I'm just gonna grab a needle and thread and close up to the best of my ability the bottom of it, and then we have a finished mannequin head. So I'm just gonna repeat that process again with my other head, and now we can move on to the final DIY. Is it gonna be time consuming? Probably. Is it gonna be easy though? Probably. Is it to fix a mistake that I have previously made? Absolutely. So you might notice I'm standing by some very beautiful brown curtains that used to be butter yellow, but I dyed them and they're just a little bit short now. What about it? I'm gonna choose to see it as a good thing because this gives me the opportunity to do something really, really cool. This is where the sponsor of the video comes in. Not really a sponsor, they just were like really nice and sent me this stuff. This is the CC Hobby Fantasia. It's acrylic yarn, okay? Like I said, they're not paying me for this. They just sent this to me. And I do have a link you should click in the description to go to the website, and then they can see that I sent you. Please support me, help me support them, so they'll want to work with me in the future. But what am I gonna use all of this yarn for? We are gonna be DIYing our own bullion fringe. I know. I fucking love, oh, brain friendly. No, I don't care. I fucking love bullion fringe. And I was looking at a picture of it and I was like, I could totally do that for a fraction of the price. So that is gonna be our final DIY. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna kind of speed run through this. I'm sure you're getting like a little impatient to see the final result, but don't worry. I'm so close. Yeah. Whenever I do this voiceovers, I always like reach a point where I just get so weird. You guys, be serious. This is a very serious tutorial. I need to make the fringe 20 centimeters, so I made a little mark 40 centimeters away from my sewing machine, since the yarn is gonna be folded in half to make the tassel. You are also gonna need some ribbon you can actually sew the fringe onto. And as you can see here, if you twist and twist and twist your yarn, it is eventually gonna twist in on itself when you let it go. And that is literally what we're gonna be doing a million billion times. So twist your piece 40 centimeters out, grab the middle, and then fold the yarn in half and let go. Boom! That's your first tassel. I just sewed a couple of stitches and then I repeated the process all the way down the ribbon. After like way too long, bro. I remembered those videos of stylists doing hair twists and how they're always so freaking faceted, so I did my best to copy their technique. I rolled the yarn all the way up my arms, and this way I only had to do it twice and it was good to go, as opposed to before when I was like sitting there for 2 minutes per piece and getting early onset arthritis in my fingers. The only thing you gotta remember is to twist in the other direction every once in a while. I would say like every third tassel maybe. Otherwise the ball of yarn is gonna like completely unravel and tangle. But there really isn't anything else to it. Once you're done, you're just gonna attach it to your curtain. I did it all the way up the side of my curtain so I could drape it and make it look like granny. Fun fact, when you drape curtains like this in Denmark, it's called an ass cheek curtain. And I think that's really beautiful, you guys. But anyways, the moment you've all been waiting for, I know I have. It is time for the final touches. Flowers match the wall. Well, hot dog. Bruh, this is so cool. I'm so happy. Oh. Okay, let's debrief. Let's talk about everything that we made. Let's just take it from one end to the other. First of all, this is my favorite thing ever. Okay, I'm gonna say that so much because literally everything I did, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I made this. But I obviously didn't make this. I just put it on the door. But like, it looks so freaking good. And I was afraid it would be like too crazy. But I think it's so sick. And I really like these colors together. So it's fucking dope. I went a little ham with the leopard print. Like I have a little checkbook. No, not a checkbook. Like my accounting stuff in there. And then a leopard print bucket hat. It's also fuzzy. But I think it's really fun. Okay, leave me alone. The plant with the flowers that matches the wall. Don't look at how red this is. We're gonna fix that in a future episode. I love how I mismatched these fabrics. Like they fit together. They look like the same color, but they are. But this one has the pattern, and I think I'm really happy I did that, period. We got a little witchy corner, and then of course some shoes. Actually, the main reason for this makeover is that I needed shoe storage. Okay, let's be so for real. The main reason is because I wanted a different aesthetic, but like the shoe storage was definitely a big driving point as well. English is my second language. Okay, leave me alone. Bruh, I didn't. I didn't really measure this, so I'm just very happy, very surprised and grateful that it fit like exactly. It's the perfect height for me to just like, you know, grab something that's like sitting right under there. That's fucking sick, bruh. The wall. Obviously, most of it is covered by my clothing and stuff, but like I knew that was gonna happen. But I just love the way you can see it like peek through. So it's not like, it's not too much either. It just gives like such dimension to the wall, which I'm fucking like I cooked with this. I ate with this. And I swear to God, it was so fucking easy to do. Like you do not have to be good at painting at all to make these. This one, however, I would say is like, you gotta a little bit know what you're doing, but like it's not as hard as it looks. And when I was sitting there painting them, I was like, damn, this shit is kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie. But now that it's been like a week, I guess, like 2 weeks, I don't fucking know, since I finished them, I'm like, okay, I kind of did that, you know what I'm saying? I really, really like how my clothes are hidden now. I just have a problem of like object permanence. If I don't see it, it's not there. So I'm gonna have to be like really good about not forgetting what clothes I own. What the fuck? I made those. I don't know, sometimes I just like black out. Like I don't even remember making these. Speaking of stuff I can't believe I made, bruh. Definitely very happy with how it turned out. And I think it was really like cozy to do and just like watch Friends. So I'm very happy that I did it and that I proved to myself that I could. That goes for like literally everything that I made for this wall. Now there's just a swag gap between this wall and other ones. I mean, yikes, but don't worry because we will be fixing that in future videos. So yes, now we are just one step closer to making this trap house into a trap home. Just seeing it all together is so exciting and I'm very, very happy about how everything turned out. Please let me know in the comments which DIY you like the most and if you're gonna make any of them. And if you're not gonna make any of them, I hope it at least inspired you to do something creative. Oh, and remember the Q&A. Drop your questions for me, my life, my work, my future. I'm not psychic, I can't answer those, but I will try. You can literally ask me anything. Oh, maybe you have questions about my schizophrenia. I'll let you make your own questions, but I just want to let you know you can literally ask me anything and I will not be offended or like weirded out or whatever. Please like this video if you liked the video. Also subscribe to my channel if you really liked the video and want to see more of the stuff that I make. And you're definitely also going to want to hit the bell notification because I have some really exciting videos coming out. Share the video with one of your friends if you don't have any friends. I don't know, maybe share it with your uncle or something. I love you all and your uncle so much. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do like my videos, please, I'm gonna say this again, but please subscribe because we're almost at 10k subscribers. I'm so insanely happy and grateful, and again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. See you in the next one. Bye.